Okay. Hey everybody, it's Farmer Mike, and just want to give you guys a little update here on what's going on with the farm and the CSA, and answer some questions I think that I've had the last couple weeks. But before I start, I want to talk to you guys about the Auto Renew program. Auto Renew just started yesterday, and it goes until the 16th. And so there's a window here if you want to cancel your membership without having to buy another box or be committed to any more, because automatically if you're signed up, you'll stay into your program, your every week or every other week, or your box size, whatever. If you want to cancel that without having to worry about getting another box or be on the hook for another box, do it now. Do it before the 16th, which is going to be Thursday. Okay, and I think that goes through Thursday at midnight. But do it now. Do it tomorrow. And what you can do is you can email over to support@harveyzendesk.com, and I wrote it down here. Support@Harvey, HARVIE, Zendesk, ZENDESK.com. Zendesk is a company that handles some online logistics for Harvey, which is the company that handles our CSA logistics, the online ordering part. And whenever you have a question pertaining to your order, how to change your box size and things, it's best to go right through that. You can also just go to Harvey. Support@harvey.farm also works, HARVIE.FARM. Either way is the best and fastest way. Change your box size, put something on hold, cancel your membership, put your membership on hold, whatever it is. You're going away on vacation, that kind of thing. That's the best way to do it. We can do it too, but it's going to take an extra day or two if we have to, because by the time I get done checking emails and stuff with everything else I'm doing, it's not always the fastest way to do things. All right. We had a question come up about delivery fees and the expense of the CSA boxes. We have tried to keep prices down. We did just increase the delivery fee. Fuel is ridiculous, as you know, the cost of fuel. I will bring it down if fuel comes down. But right now it's costing me double to fill up the truck to run down to DC or do any of my running around that I have to do during the week. I mean, I used to spend about $100 a week just for my pickup truck and another $100 for the delivery truck. And instead of spending $200 a week, I'm spending closer to $350. And if you put that into a monthly, you're looking at like a payment on a house almost. It's ridiculous how much money I'm spending on fuel. I don't drive fast, I take it easy, but everybody's feeling it. I don't need to sit here and talk about it. So I had to do something. Other than that, I think we've kept our produce prices pretty reasonable. We did increase milk and eggs. I was being asked to increase the milk by my staff for years, and I didn't do it, and then I was kind of losing money, so we did increase the milk prices. And we brought eggs up by $1 this year for, especially down in DC, we did that. Again, to try to curb some of the fuel costs. But I'm also getting charged more for eggs too. If for feed, when I get feed for our chickens, or if I have to buy the eggs, because we do work with a couple other farms who do non-GMO just like us. There's that. I think speaking of non-GMO, I want to talk to you guys about organics and how we handle things here on the farm. I've been very open about how I grow. I do grow organically here on the farm. So anything that I grow that comes off the farm, which is pretty much all the vegetables that you get. And if I do get vegetables from the farm, they will be from either organically grown or certified organic grown farms. The exceptions to these are going to be our fruit, and most of our fruit is coming from Peter's Orchard. We did have some of those certified organic strawberries come from Dickinson Farm. Dickinson College Farm is a certified organic farm right down the road from us. They had limited quantities, and then last week they told me after we had already set up the CSA, they told me on Monday it was too late to change it, that they weren't going to have fruit for the following weekend because they had an event and they needed to use all that fruit for that event. So I apologize. That's why I gave you guys the option. If you didn't want it, just shoot me an email. I'll give you a refund. But we ended up giving you double the quantity that we normally do. And we do buy the fruit almost exclusively from Peter's Orchards. Peter's is a non-organic orchard, but they do use integrated pest management practices. If you need to know more about integrated pest management, Google it or give me a call. I can tell you something about it. Not an expert, but I know something about it. We use Peter's because they're the closest. They always have very good quality fruit. And we also know the challenges of growing fruit on the East Coast versus like West Coast organic. West Coast organic fruit is going to be a lot easier to grow. They have much drier climate out there, so they don't have the disease and insect pressure that we do here, especially during the hot parts of the season. We get these like hot, humid summer weather. It's very hard to keep funguses, bacteria, and then the insects just lose their minds. It's like they're like overdrive. So I do use organic pesticides to take care of some insect problems that we have on the farm, namely flea beetles and cabbage loopers. Those are our two big ones. We do hand pick off Colorado potato beetles off potatoes and or eggplants. Then we throw those larvae and the beetles into water, and then we feed them to the chickens. We obviously don't use herbicides. There aren't really good organic herbicides. Some people think there's like a vinegar product that works. It doesn't. So anyway, we don't use herbicides. We do use pesticides, and we do use organic certified pesticides and organic certified fungicides. Regalia is one of the big ones that I use, and Regalia is a very innocuous product. It is a very nice product. Even non-organic farms use Regalia because of how effective it is and how gentle it is on the plants. I know of quite a few actually non-organic farms that use that product. And Regalia is the extract of a plant called rootwood, and it's something you'll see growing on the side of highways, on the side of creeks and streams. It's everywhere. It's everywhere you look. I think it's also known as knotwood, K-N-O-T, rootwood or knotwood, if you want to look it up. So that's our practices. I mean, that's how I do things. That's how we've been doing things for 10 years. I know we've had a couple members. One of them just dropped off before they even started because they found out that we don't have everything that's organic, and that's fine. I mean, it's just the way we do it, and so I wanted to make sure you guys are clear with it. All right. Seasonal changes are finally happening, so we're starting to see different produce. I know those of you that have been with us from the winter through the summer. I know a bunch of people dropped off. April and May is the trickiest time. You're getting warm weather, and you expect to see different produce almost immediately. I don't know, like almost every year I get this question. 2 weeks of warm weather, and they want to know where the cucumbers and zucchinis are. Unless we have them growing in the greenhouse, it doesn't happen that fast in the field. And we are further north, for those of you in DC, than most of the farms. Some of the farms you're going to see at the farmers market down in DC. We're coming from Maryland or even Southern Virginia. I mean, Southern Virginia, they're so far ahead of us, it's crazy. So we are 2 hours straight north of DC. But we are starting to see some things come in. We will have zucchini another week. I'm sorry about last week. We thought we would have it for you. So substitutions is something I want to talk about. Occasionally we don't have enough of something, or we have a crop failure, or things didn't come in time. That's most of the cases. Things didn't come in time that we thought they would. And so we made a bad call, so we have to substitute. So what we're trying to do is look for something on the list that's basically of equal value. We don't necessarily look at your preferences because we don't have time for it. I don't have time to look at people's preferences and say, okay, well, this person's not going to get. There's just too many boxes to fill. So last week we replaced radishes with zucchini. That is not an ideal situation. I realize that. But zucchini will be coming along shortly. I think that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, you can always email, and you're free to call me directly or text message me. My phone number is 717-805-7778. It's the only phone number you're going to find on the website or anywhere else, so that's my direct cell phone. But things are looking good. I think we're happy with the way things are growing on the farm now. We've got some carrots that we're going to be picking in a few weeks. Some beautiful carrots growing out there, beets, zucchini, cucumbers are coming in pretty soon. And then of course the tomatoes are starting to get big. I was working on those up in the greenhouse today and pruning them up and getting them ready. The fruit are getting big, and then as soon as they start turning, you'll start seeing them in your boxes. You know, there's a side note about tomatoes. We do pick the tomatoes at first color typically. Then I bring them in the barn here. I turn the big ones upside down because that's the last part of the tomato to ripen. Is up on the shoulder, up on the stem. And then we'll send them out to your boxes. So if you do get tomatoes that aren't ripe, that's why. We need to be able to ship them down to you. I'm not going to send you a ripe tomato and then have it be tomato sauce by the time you get it. Okay? So, all right. Thanks everybody. And we still have room in the CSA if anybody wants to, get some members to sign up. I believe we have some incentives set up for that. And make sure you're taking care of your drop points, pick up on time. If you do miss your pickup time, you will not get your box for that week, okay? We just have to respect the hosts. You know, if we hold it for one person, then we're holding it for 50 people, 100 people. It gets crazy. So we can't hold boxes for you. All right, that's it. Stay cool. It's gonna be warm the next couple days. Remember to get on to the auto renew. If you do not want to renew and continue with the CSA, cancel your membership now before the 16th. Okay? You have I think until the end of the day on the 16th, and that's coming up on Thursday. Thanks everybody.